Okay, friends. Hi, Doc South here yet again. I know. Yeesh. I just thought of a story. I don't know. This was somehow it came to mind the other day when I was working in my dairy section, and this is from oh gosh, maybe 10, 12 years ago. I had just started in working in supermarkets, and I've always pretty much done dairy. And I guess what one thing we've got to do at the end of the day usually is neaten the whole aisle up. Bring all the stuff forward. People have messed the aisle up. The customers have gotten into it, and they've got maybe chocolate milk where strawberry milk should be. That kind of thing. You got to get it all looking ship shape for the next morning, for when the sun comes up. Yes. And I remember, and one thing that takes forever to fix is the yogurt section. The yogurt section is kind of like doing a jigsaw puzzle. Absolutely maddening, because it's all those little cups, one balanced on top of the other, some four high. They get mixed up. You got I don't know, someone was digging in the back for a fresher one, and maybe another person moved a whole bunch of chocolate yogurt over where the blueberry yogurt should be, and oh my God, or a different brand is sitting. Right, so you go nuts. And I was neatening up. I guess this one particular day, people had really slopped over the yogurt pile. And this one of my first store managers, we'll call him Mike, so I believe that is his first name, and a decent guy. And I always thought, and very, very, very good at figuring things out. And he was always good to me. He comes walking by. He says, "Hey, South, good, looking good so far. Hey, why are you frowning?" I said, "Well, God, look at what they did to my yogurt section. God," he says. He says, "Well, it is a mess." I said, "God," he says, "every time I turn around, he's God, it's awful. Look at this. How am I supposed to sell yogurt when it's all upside down and there's yogurt over where the orange juice is?" And he says, "Well, now wait a minute." He says, "Calm down, calm down." He says, "You remember, you're getting paid by the hour." "Yeah, yeah, I know. This is going to take a long." He says, "Well, so you made more money." "Yeah, yeah, I guess." I'm sitting there, still not too happy. He can see I'm not. He says, "Well, number one, you got it looking good. I see where you've done the work. In fact, it looks great. Just work your way forward, get it, when it's done, it's done." And he says, he says, "Wait a minute, think about this a little." He says, "Which would you rather have? A yogurt section that is neat and pretty because no one bought any yogurt?" Well, he says, and then think about it. That was my. And he says, think about it. That yogurt section, all stirred up like it was hit with a canoe paddle, is means that yogurt sold. Yeah, yeah. Means we took in some money. Yeah, yeah. On the yogurt section. Your yogurt section took in, looks like a whole lot of money today. What is that stuff? About 50 cents to $1 a cup? Yeah. So, man, we took in a lot. He says, which would you rather have? A neat and pretty yogurt section and no money in the till to pay your paycheck? To handle your paycheck? Cover your paycheck? Or would you like it all beat up and you've got an extra hour or two for getting it together and there's money to pay you when you're all said and done? What do you think? I said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, you're right." He says, "Yeah." He says, "Hey, don't be Mr. Whipple." Yeah, you remember Mr. Whipple. The guy's always putting up that Charmin toilet paper display and then people would mess with it and he'd go out of his mind. Well, he says, "Don't be Whipple." "Yeah, be you." He says, "Be happy. You should be doing cartwheels. Look at all this yogurt that's sold." I said, "Yeah, yeah, you're right." It's funny how that is. Let's see, I got so, but I remember, oh Lord have mercy, I was so, yeah, but yeah, I got to thinking, yeah, that wasn't too bad a deal. Worse, I guess the worst thing could happen is I'd have to check all the dates because the yogurt didn't sell and it's gone out of code, as we say. In other words, not it didn't sell and now we got to throw it out, huh? Yeah. So actually, I think yeah. I basically that day I got religion. I realized that okay, yogurt gets messed up. That's cause it's sold. The other oh, what was the other thing about yogurt that was driving me nuts? I remember. I was putting together one night. Again, this is in that old store from long, long ago now. And I'm putting up the yogurt. I'm pretty much the only one in the aisle. It's a quiet night. Raining out or something. It was cold. And I'm putting up the yogurt and I'm thinking, oh man, I'll tell you, why can't I be doing something artistic? Maybe knocking out a radio show tonight instead. One of my internet shows. And I'm putting the yogurt and a guy comes walking up the aisle, young fella. Well, for me everyone's young, but he was I think he was probably in his late 20s, early 30s. Looked like the way he was dressed, herringbone jacket, that kind of, yeah, the hair a little long. I combat boots, but not for combat, they're more for show. And I thought, yeah, he must be I just figured him for an artist or something, like that. And all of a sudden he stops in dead track at I said evening to him, and he said evening back. But then all of a sudden he just stopped and he said, "Whoa, look at that display." And he's like, "Whoa." And he goes back, he's doing like this, getting all the angles. And he says, "Come here, look at this. Look at this, come back here." And so I'm standing now, I've got my back to I think it was the peanut butter section, was across from yogurt, back in that store. And he says, "Look, your yogurt display, it's beautiful." I said, "My manager didn't send you over here." "No," he says, "no, I work for the so-and-so college. I'm an art professor. Look at that yogurt, all the colors. It's like a mosaic of fruit. Look at that. It's gorgeous. You got all these colors. Look at the blueberry mixed with the strawberry and the lemon over there with the what is that, mint flavored?" I said, "Well, no, it's lemon lime. So much the better. Look at those. Oh God," he says, "it's beautiful." And he whips out his cell phone and takes a picture. And I'm assuming he was going to go back and I imagine he probably got a whole bunch of money for the, when he got the photo made or the oil painting of the, or a print of, or oh my God, maybe a sculpture. Actually, that, for those of you who are artistically inclined, that actually might make a nice display for people where they, you bring in a mock-up of a store shelf on wheels. Yeah, you bring it into the gallery and it's got all the yogurt. Of course, I would suggest it be just the yogurt cups, not the yogurt itself, because that could, after a while, could smell funny. But other than that, you just put the yogurts, people could arrange the yogurts as they see fit and stand back, get a picture. Yeah, it might be a thought. Actually, I got to admit, even to this day, when I'm done with the yogurt, I like to just kind of get back and look at it. And, and do all this stuff. Yeah. It's kind of, because honestly it does. It looks pretty darn cool. You get right down to it. Anyway. So sometimes even the most ordinary chores, well, can be pretty cool. I'm sure many an artist has done, an oil painting of maybe his mom sweeping the floor or a farm hand working out in the fields, right? Someone cutting flowers in a shop somewhere. Yeah. It's the ordinary. You get that sometimes makes for the best. Anyway, I thought I'd say, keep your eyes open, friends. You never know when you're going to run into the equivalent of the yogurt display. It could be right around the corner waiting for you. I'll see you later. Thank you and God bless. Bye now.